Ladies and gentlemen, may I start by thanking the First Minister for the opportunity to say a few words at this most important of conferences. That you are discussing Scotland's low-carbon future is hugely encouraging and vitally important, as you clearly understand that this journey presents many opportunities. These opportunities obviously include the ability to make profits, but just as important are the jobs which will be created and, of course, the knowledge that we are doing something to secure the health of our people and our planet. Now, it is clear that many in Scotland understand this potential. You have some of the most ambitious climate policies and targets in the world, and I'm delighted to say, an enormously enthusiastic business community. I know from the tremendous response to my May Day business network in Scotland and the work of Scottish business in the community, of which I am president, that there is a genuine appetite amongst business leaders in this country to seize the exciting commercial opportunities which are presented by the transition to a low-carbon economy. The scale of that transition was made very clear to me recently when I asked Professor Tim Jackson from the University of Surrey to speak at an event at St James's Palace for a project called Accounting for Sustainability, another of my initiatives which is helping finance directors understand how to account for the resources they are using. At that conference, Professor Jackson spelled out in the clearest way possible the scale of what lies ahead of us. Today, for every dollar of wealth we create in the world, we emit roughly 770 grams of CO2 from the burning of fossil fuels. If we are to meet our global carbon targets for 2050 and at the same time build an equitable economy in which an estimated 9 billion people could all aspire to rising Western income levels, this number has to drop to just 6 grams of CO2. As the economy continues to expand, stabilizing the climate could even mean turning that number negative. In other words, for every dollar of wealth created, by 2100, we will need an economy which is taking CO2 out of the atmosphere. Carbon intensities have been falling, but nothing like that fast. In fact, global carbon emissions have actually risen by 40% since 1990. So we really do need a dramatically different approach. Professor Jackson goes on to argue that to meet this challenge, we will need fundamental changes to our economic models. One of these changes is to recognize the enormous value of nature's own assets. Now, as many of you will know, the attempt to put a price on ecosystem services is already well underway, especially through the work of Pavan Sukhdev and his project on the economics of ecosystems and biodiversity, or TEEB for short. Beyond this task, Professor Jackson highlights the vital role that must be played by investment in a new ecological macroeconomics, as he calls it. Clean, green investment opportunities will drive new solutions that not only provide people with jobs and livelihoods, but protect and enhance nature's precious gifts, rather than continually depleting her resources. The question I want to pose is, how do we bring this change about? And it seems to me that to make real progress here, there is a need to review, fundamentally, the things that we as individuals actually want. For at the heart of this new economic agenda is the simple proposition that confronting the environmental challenge is a moral choice. Either we can sit back and do nothing and risk unmitigated disaster, or we can change the way we behave and protect nature. The challenge for all of us is to try and discover the new business models which will both be profitable and restore our environment. For what it is worth, I believe it is crucial that we relearn the timeless wisdom of protecting our natural ecosystems, whether that is the humble honeybee or the soil which when farmed sustainably, has the potential to be a natural carbon sink, absorbing the CO2 that we have pumped into the atmosphere. If we can find a way of rewarding people for doing that, then we might be able to understand what an environmentally friendly economy actually means. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't take up any more of your time, except to say that I really do look forward to hearing how your conference goes today, and very much hope you manage to inspire a new generation of low-carbon investment in Scotland.